On a small island in Japan, people routinely live past 100 years old. Today, I am going to show you exactly how. Just a quick note before we begin. Everything shared in this video is for educational and inspirational purposes only and is not medical advice. Please always speak with your own doctor before making any changes to your health or lifestyle. What if the secret to living past 100 had nothing to do with expensive supplements, complicated diets, or hours at the gym? What if it was simpler and more human than any of that? Welcome back to Voices of Legacy, where we explore senior health, longevity, and the beautiful art of preserving your life story for the people you love most. If you are new here, hit subscribe. We publish something meaningful for you every single week. Today we are traveling to a small island at the southern tip of Japan, a place ancient Chinese legends once called the Land of the Immortals, a place where 100-year-olds are not unusual, they are simply neighbors. That place is Okinawa. For decades, researchers have studied Okinawa as one of the world's 5 blue zones, regions where people consistently live longer and healthier than anywhere else on Earth. And what they found was not what most people expected. Genes contribute only 20% to how long you live. The remaining 80% comes down to how you live. Your habits, your relationships, your sense of meaning. And the Okinawans have quietly mastered all 3. So what exactly are they doing? Researchers have identified 3 powerful principles behind Okinawan longevity, and the beautiful thing is, every single one of them can be applied to your life starting today. No matter where you live, no matter your age. The first principle is called Ikigai. We touched on this in our last video. But today I want to go deeper. Ikigai means your reason for being. The reason you get up in the morning. Not a career, not a title, but a genuine sense that your presence in this world matters. To someone, for something. Older Okinawans can readily tell you their Ikigai. A 92-year-old researcher named Makoto Suzuki, who has spent his entire career studying longevity on the island, recently took up learning a 3-string instrument called the sanlele. That was his new Ikigai at 92. A woman named Matsuko Yamashiro, who turned 100 years old, credited her long life to decades of farming and close family ties. Her Ikigai never left her because her contribution never stopped. The lesson for every senior watching today is profound. You do not retire from purpose. Purpose is not something you had during your working years and then leave behind. It is something you carry and cultivate for the rest of your life. And the science confirms, those who do live significantly longer than those who do not. The second principle is called Moai. In Japanese, Moai means a lifelong circle of friends, not acquaintances. Not people you see occasionally, but a small committed group of people who show up for each other, through joy, through hardship, through old age, without condition. Research consistently shows that loneliness is as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, and yet so many seniors find themselves increasingly isolated, especially after retirement, after losing a spouse, or after children move away. The Okinawans understood something about this long before modern science confirmed it. They built community into their culture deliberately. Their Moai meets regularly, sometimes daily, simply to be together, to talk, to laugh, to remind each other that they are not alone. If you do not have a Moai today, consider this your invitation to build one. One friend, one regular meeting, one commitment to genuine human connection. It could add years to your life. The third principle is called Hara Hachi Bu. It is perhaps the most practical of the 3. It simply means, eat until you are 80% full. Stop before you feel completely satisfied. Your brain is approximately 15 to 20 minutes behind your stomach. By the time your body signals fullness, you have already eaten more than you needed. Hara Hachi Bu is the quiet discipline of stopping just before that point. The average Okinawan traditionally consumes around 1,800 calories per day, compared to 2,500 for the average Westerner. Not through rigid dieting, not through deprivation, simply through one mindful habit practiced at every meal. Combined with a plant-based diet rich in sweet potatoes, tofu, vegetables, and very little red meat, this approach has contributed to some of the lowest rates of heart disease, cancer, and obesity ever recorded in a population. 3 principles. Ikigai, your reason for being. Moai, your circle of lifelong friends. Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule at every meal. None of these require money. None require perfect health. None require you to move to Japan. They require only a decision, a quiet daily commitment to living with more intention than yesterday. And here at Voices of Legacy, we believe there is a 4th principle, one the researchers may not have named, but that every long-lived Okinawan practices naturally. Telling your story, passing your wisdom forward, staying connected to the generations that follow you, not just the ones around you today, but the grandchildren and great-grandchildren, who will one day search for who you were and what you believed and how you lived. That is your legacy, and it is waiting to be written. If today's video inspired you, please give it a like. It helps more people find this content when they need it most. Subscribe to Voices of Legacy for a new video every single week on senior health, longevity, and living your later years with genuine purpose. Next week, we are exploring the single most powerful food for senior brain health, and why most adults over 60 are not eating nearly enough of it. Until then, remember this: your story is not finished, and the world is still waiting to hear it.